Remember one year we tried to trade up for Lattimore, a corner, Ohio State. We actually called the Saints to move up to that spot. The Saints said no, they were picking. Well, they ended up picking Lattimore. The good thing for us, and this is a critical point, the good thing for us is that year we drafted Marlon Humphrey, and we got one of the best corners in the NFL. So sometimes the best trades are the trades you don't make. Howie, what's up, man? Potentially, what would you be willing to offer? Hey, what's up, man? I mean, I'm open to either, but probably this year. Probably, I'm thinking about it. My phone's ringing. I'm thinking about picking, yeah.
The Giants did take Jackson Dart. The Rams are on the clock, and we are on deck.
Potentially, what would you offer? You got all these picks now. I'm thinking about it. I'm open to moving back. I mean, I just think it's just rolling the dice. What would you guys consider doing though?
This is the one.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, all right, I'll take a look at it. I'm looking for one guy. Hey, I'm gonna pick.
With the 27th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select
Turning the page is a big part of wins and losses, especially when you have a tough playoff game like we had.
Buffalo Bills will beat the Ravens, and the season comes to an end for the Ravens.
Obviously, we didn't play our best that night. It stung for a little bit, but I think for a lot of us, puts more fuel to the fire for this season, I feel like we have a lot to prove. Finally getting back for off-season workouts, I think a lot of the guys are excited, super eager. We got a really good squad coming up here, so yeah, I'm super excited.
Well, Roger Rosengarten, to me, has a lot of traits of a typical Ravens draft pick.
It's not easy to find tackles outside round one that can come in, win a starting job, and play really good football, one of the top teams in the league. And that's exactly what Roger Rosengarten did.
With the 62nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Roger Rosengarten, tackle, Washington.
Man, I was all nerves. I was mostly just nervous before I got my name called, but EDC called me. I saw the Maryland area code, and I knew right away what team it was going to be, so I was stoked to come play for a really good team, really good organization. I've been dreaming about that day since I was a little kid, coming to be an NFL player and then getting the call and finally having the reality sit in of where it actually is going to happen. So I was stoked, happy for all the hard work I put in, and to see it all kind of pay off and finally get myself to the next level.
When he was picked in the second round, the Ravens knew that they were looking for a starting right tackle and felt that Rosengarten was a type of player who had a chance to fill that role right away. And obviously, quickly, he showed them that they were right.
Before I even got drafted, that was my mentality, was no matter which round it was, I was coming in ready to compete for a starting role.
This guy, Rosengarten, what I saw was a guy who's ready to play. He's ready for the big show.
The second round pick who has already established himself as kind of a bookend starting offensive tackle in the league. That's a really good spot to be in.
And I think the Ravens do one of the best jobs, if not the best job, of playing into the role of developing players that they draft. You've seen it all in the past, and I kind of had it firsthand last year, having them trust me and having me trusting them. It all played out in a very good way, so I'm super thankful, no doubt.
I think Rosengarten is a perfect example of what the Ravens are trying to accomplish in this year's draft. A rookie who can step in right away and be part of a team that has a roster capable of winning a Super Bowl.
When you're a team that the draft is the lifeblood of your organization, you have to draft and identify talent. You can't be good at it. You have to be great at it. And, the scouts are the big unheralded piece of that.
I think that's where, at times, we have an edge. We've got a great veteran scouting staff who do great work.
They're the lifeblood of the organization in a lot of ways.
Oh man, this is year 12 now, I guess, for me, 11 or 12. Oh, you?
Yeah, this is year 10.
Things change over the years. Luckily, responsibilities shift, and now you get to go set up for formal meetings instead and get ready for that.
We talk about the interviews at night for GMs and coaches. Those are big deals.
I think the interviews at the Combine are valuable. It's our first introduction to many of these guys. It gives us a small snippet of how they can talk about football and what kind of person they really are.
Hey, John, nice meeting you.
It's the first time you really get that opportunity to spend 20 minutes with them and learn more about their background and get a feel if they'd be like a good fit for the organization and the culture.
The closest person to me ever was my cousin. He was 2 years older than me. When I turned 7, he started playing football because of me. He passed away of a homicidal suicide, and he switched to 24 before he passed away, and then I switched out of 24. And then once he passed away, I switched back to 24. I just kind of been wearing it ever since.
For us, as we get towards the Combine, that really becomes, I think, the focus for what we do with our scouts, assessing the talent in the draft class, using our coaches to be kind of the final piece.
I talked to Coach Metcalf at Georgia. He said you were a quarterback in high school?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? You were like Lamar or what?
No, I wasn't like Lamar.
No.
I was close.
Okay.
This is Eric's chance and Ozzy's chance to get all these guys in one place and start making their notes.
So here we go. I'm going to start with some coverage stuff, okay? When I put this film on, I want you to just tell everyone in the room kind of where you are, and then imagine I'm a freshman,
right,
and you're coaching me. Tell me as much as you can about your defense and what you guys are doing, okay?
Right. So right now we're in cover 3. I think this call was Zoro. So I'm playing Rip Liz. I'm playing Liz come to the left. Dan Jackson, our free safety, is playing Rip. He's first and fourth crosser.
That's when you learn about a different player, their personality, how good they are in picking up things on film.
I'm assessing things like passion for the game, football instincts, intelligence, being able to discuss the scheme and stuff like that.
Right now, I'm working off of 3, and they're playing push off of 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
We got that a lot, especially if teams would come.
Intangibles, what makes these guys who they are? What are their drivers? What are their motivations?
Just kind of competitive nature. I feel like I'm the best. I want to go compete with the best. I want to put myself in position to go compete.
Strengths and weaknesses off the field. Are they leaders? Are they dependable? Are they durable? Do they have grit? Are they self-starters?
I compete. I play nasty, and I try to beat people up while we play football. So.
You hear an expression in this building, play like a Raven. That's where it starts.
There's kind of a culture and a standard that's been set here. I mean, since '96 with like Eric and Ozzy and Harbs have been here 16 years. Our whole mission is to continue to build a team that meets those standards, spend time with these guys and make sure that we're getting the right people in the building to uphold the standard that's been set here for a long time.
Good job, man.
Great job.
Yes, sir. Really good job. All right, man. Great job.
Yes,
yeah, good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Yeah.
Malaki was a beast yesterday. He was Malaki Starks. He was awesome. He was awesome.
He's on point right off.
Yeah.
I mean, his eyes are wide awake. He's smart.
Yeah, Malaki was.
Malaki is from the moment. You can tell him recruiting the doors. You can tell him wide awake. Like great family. That's what he's stud. It's all right. This guy's different. Whatever skill set he's got, he's maximized.
One of those where you walk out.
Yeah, no, because what you see is what you get.
Right.
There isn't all right. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
Works hard, athletic as hell.
The draft really is very important for us.
Draft, develop, and reward your own. That's sort of how they go about it.
You've heard me talk about the Baltimore Ravens forever. It's for a reason. I respect the hell out of teams that know who they are.
We've never really been a big free agency type team. Our goal has always been to re-sign our own players if we can, and then really focus on the draft. We've been a best available player team.
Ravens typically are a team that just look at the board and like, oh, who's the best player? Oh, that's a good player. Let's take him.
Well, when the Ravens talk about drafting best player available, it's not like they ignore need, but they trust their board.
I think we'll stick to the board like we typically do. We believe that really if we're going to build a team, that's the best way to approach it.
That's why I think the Ravens, year in and year out, do have one of the NFL's strongest rosters because they do trust their board.
The Ravens have done themselves well by kind of taking that approach here for a while.
It goes back to 1996, I would say probably. You were here, so you saw it from the beginning.
When Ozzie Newsome was there, they knew who they were and they knew how they were going to draft, and nothing's changed.
We have a really good opportunity to build this team, to add some quality players.
The draft, it's an extremely vital process to everything they do with their team building.
We see the draft as a great way for us to increase the talent level at all levels. It's fun, it's nerve-wracking, it's a challenge for us. We embrace it, we're excited about it, and we're confident that we can do a good job.
The Ravens' philosophy has been pretty strong over the years. No team has drafted more Pro Bowl players than the Ravens since '96. Their philosophy is held up through 2 generations of general managers, and it's because of the consistency.
I think nervousness really, you know, it's you come in here and you hear the commissioner and he's speaking.
Are you ready? The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open.
You just don't know what's going to happen. And I think that anxiety is what motivates us and motivates me. And I learned early on, I think in my career from Ozzie, that you have to make a pick.
The Ravens are going to get a player. That's what EDC does, man. Goes and gets a guy.
The blockbuster trade, the Jacksonville Jaguars wanted to be bold, and they are in fact bold. They have agreed to terms with the Browns to trade from number 5 to number 2.
I think they're going to take the Michigan defensive tackle. No, Jacksonville's taking Hunter.
Oh, okay, Cleveland will take those.
Mason Graham. Yeah.
I mean, we just wait, and ultimately, if we do our job the right way, we're confident that we can get a really good player in the 20s.
Yeah, this is really interesting. This could be them going rogue. It could be no one. It could be Pierce.
Night 1 of the draft is really nerve-wracking for everyone, particularly when you have the 27th pick. You have to wait that long to make your pick. As names come off the board in the draft room, the Ravens brass is wondering, are we going to get the player we want? Who's going to fall to us? Is there going to be a last-minute trade offer we get that might make us move out of first round?
I'm looking for one guy. You guys are talking about 3 guys. One of those 3 guys.
A lot still on the board for the Ravens, surprisingly, here as we get into the 20s.
Hey, Andrew and Joey, come down here. Put you down a little spot. And I know you both like Starks, so who'd you take? Starks. What separates those 2 guys?
The intangibles that make Starks' playmaking ability. It's not close as far as what you get into the makeup. It's not close. I just think Starks. It's those 2.
2 picks away. The Falcons are on the board now, and then the Ravens.
Maybe someone calls and wants to come on. I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to it if I got 2 or 3 guys.
Pick is in for Atlanta, so they are on the clock. The Ravens are on the clock.
I'm open to moving back, potentially. What would you offer? You got all these picks now. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. My phone's ringing. I'm thinking about picking, yeah. Why, you want to get back in? You just trade it out. You want to get back in? All right, let me look at it. I'm not as good as math as you are. I was an English major, so I have to look at it. If we did trade, we'd be looking at a situation, in my opinion, where we might be looking at Starks going here to Philly. I'm just guessing, but Starks going to Philly.
Baltimore Ravens are on the clock.
Hey, I'm gonna pick. Thanks, man. Starks. Thanks. Malaki.
How you doing?
Hey, this is Eric DeCosta with the Ravens. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Hey, how would you feel about coming to Baltimore and playing for our defense?
I've been sitting here way too long, Coach. I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
It was going to be dicey if we traded back, and I was going to lose my mind because I had a feeling we were going to get swooped. I don't think we were going to get any of those guys. Not the amount of calls you were getting.
With the 27th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Malaki Starks, defensive back, Georgia.
And selecting.
You say he was the best defensive player ever.
I think this was the biggest advertisement for Eric DeCosta and the organization's patient approach. They wanted Malaki Starks. They didn't panic. When they were on the clock, there were some options they liked, and he was the one most of all that they thought was the best fit.
I'm a Raven, that's crazy.
How you feeling there?
I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get to work.
Ray Lewis, Baltimore! We in the building! How special is this moment? Let's talk about it.
I'm excited. I don't even know how to put it into words. Just, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, Rita. Man, look at some of that. Man, what? I'm about to go crazy. It was a long day, long wait. But I know one thing for sure, I'm a Raven, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Malaki, what's up, baby? Congratulations, baby. Congratulations, bro. Happy for you, baby. Yes, sir. Do the damn. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Already, baby.
Oh, great seeing you. Great seeing you. Welcome. You want to get one of those 30-second hugs like Goodell got? Come on, let's go. Hug it out, baby. Hug it out.
Can't even tell you how happy I was. I didn't even go to sleep.
Yeah, no?
I didn't go to sleep.
A really big thing for me is showing respect for the guys who came before you, and paving the way for the ones who are going to come after you. So just being able to, be in that room and learn from those guys, and just the history that runs here. Like I said earlier, just really tap into that and, learn what it means to be a Raven. I'm excited.
Yo, this is dope.
Man. I'm in the perfect spot. I'm right where I need to be. I'm ready to get to work.
The NFL draft rolls on. Welcome to day 2 of the draft, rounds 2 and 3. The Ravens with picks 59 and 91.
We get into day 2, I wake up early, get my board set. I know that there are gonna be a lot of good players off the board, coming off the board early, but I also see a great opportunity for us to try and get better as a team.
When you go into the second day, I think you look for positional runs. They often come at premium positions. So I think people expected edge rushers to go and top remaining offensive line to go. The Ravens were no different than these other teams. I think those were the positions they were looking at on day 2.
Still have the 5th and 18th highest rated player on the board still available. Obviously Shador's still out there, but Mike Green, 18th highest rated player, had a great year at Marshall, getting after the quarterback.
Mike Green is
he looks like an all-pro. He's got flex for this kid. Nice cooker.
Well, as Mike Green fell on the board, I'm sure there were a lot of conversations about if he's there, will we take him? He's such a talented player as a pass rusher, which is something I think the Ravens were looking for going into this draft.
I didn't think he was going to be available at 27 yesterday. Here he is available at pick 59 in the second round.
You can be as prepared as you want. You can do your homework. You could have a lot of intel, but in every draft there are surprises. So you have to be prepared for every possible scenario when you're drafting that late in a round.
At first, you're just quiet. You don't say too much. It's kind of like in baseball when someone's pitching a no-hitter and all the guys on the team don't want to talk about it. But at some point, you do say, hey, man, this guy keeps falling. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Hey, it's Eric DeCosta in Baltimore. How you doing, man? You doing good?
I'm doing good, Eric.
I know this is an emotional time for you, and we're very excited to have you. You're an excellent player, and you're gonna be a great Raven. You're gonna be close to home too, which is gonna be awesome. Right?
Like 2.5 hours.
I know. It's gonna be great. Hey, listen. There's gonna be great days ahead for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna let you talk to Coach Harbaugh.
Hey, it's just beginning. This is where it starts, right?
Yes, sir.
This is where it begins. All right. You go hug your family. You watch yourself on TV. We'll call you back in about a half hour, okay?
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Congratulations.
explosiveness, physicality, attitude, swagger. He's as fun as a player as you could watch on tape because he plays with so much energy, and you see these reps where it's like, wow, or he just overpowers another player. He doesn't stop. He plays with a motor, and he plays with physicality. You could see why so many teams were high on him as a pass rusher.
Oh, you coming. My green, baby, let's go.
I think every year you look at certain positions that the Ravens are always looking to either fill a spot or to solidify. Offensive line's always going to be a big one.
I think offensive line, I really think like, I would probably stay because I just think Steve, we need a line. There's a lot of corners over there still. One might be as right tackle. He's probably guard, whatever. He'll play. Great makeup, great integrity. So, what's going on? Really good? If our guy's not there, we'll look at it for sure. Okay, thanks. That's how he wants to flip. Maybe. I'm picking. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Emery, hey, this is Eric DeCosta with Baltimore. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, I love the way you competed at the Senior Bowl and the way you played on tape. How would you feel coming out to Baltimore and blocking for Lamar Jackson?
Man, that should be an honor, Coach. I love that.
You'd love that?
Yes, I put it out on the line for him.
I love the way you play. We're gonna take you. We're gonna turn it in. You're gonna be on TV. And congratulations, and here's Coach Harbaugh, okay?
Hey, man, you've earned it. How do you feel? You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited, Coach. I'm waiting on y'all to come, man.
You're a great fit for us. The way you play, your style of football, how hard you work, that's what we're about too. So we're a great match.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Coach. I can't wait to get up there.
All right, I'm gonna let you talk to Todd Monk and our offensive coordinator. Then we'll be getting back with you about all the logistics after that, a little later after you celebrate. All right?
Congratulations. We are fired up.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Coach.
Can't wait to get you up here in a week and get started. All right?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
All right, go enjoy it with your family. Congrats.
All right, I appreciate it, Coach.
As we get into the third day, we call that the Scouts Day, and that's really where we get a chance to just draft the players that the scouts and coaches really like. We're not really going into it expecting those guys to be starters right away, but we're looking for guys that have the traits and the intangibles and the ability and the skill to eventually become starters in the league.
Good news is we need linebackers. That's really tough.
These guys that you don't see on TV and guys that can't miss prospects. That's what you're looking at on day 3. It's important, that your scouts are able to identify these guys that fit really well for you.
It's one thing to say, I like this guy. It's another thing to say, I want this guy. And so as we get into the third day, I'm confident that if the coaches really want a guy, they are going to do everything they can as coaches to make sure that this guy succeeds.
With the 129th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Teddy Buchanan, linebacker from Cal.
Teddy, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
It's going good. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great.
Ready to come play with your hair on fire here in Baltimore?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Let's go here. Come on, baby.
Ravens.
He's smart. He's smart. He's real smart. Real smart. Tackles, that's those two things in life that you gotta have. Yeah.
George like fencing, right?
Yeah. That's a big, strong guy. I almost broke my head when he came in the door. It's huge.
All right, big man. Do not let me down. All right, because I've been fighting my ass off for you. So come in here ready to work. You got that?
Yes, sir. Hey, that's all I do.
Let's go, Carson!
Oh, we finally get a guy.
Yeah.
I let you down.
I know you will.
Let me down.
That's good stuff.
I promise. Hey, that's a big man. It's a big man. That's a big man. He's motivated. This motivated guy. We just lead. Yep, that's right.
It's fun having multiple picks in one round. Gives us an opportunity to really kind of have some fun with the draft and find some guys that we think can develop.
Just have to be ready. Guys, 176, 178, and then we go 203, 210, 212. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
We're gonna get big. We'll get the linebacker. We're gonna get somebody else that's going. And we're gonna get
Baltimore Ravens select below Coney, Tyler Loop,
LaJonte Wester, wide receiver, Colorado.
Great kid, great football player. Great family. Great family. He's gonna come ready to practice every day. He's ready to win like that.
Peoples? Yes, sir.
What's his football like?
Twitchy, works hard, practices hard. He's twitchy, but I do think he's explosive and causes havoc. Third down, real pass rush ability.
He has pass rush ability?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm with AP. Give shot. Hey, is this Aeneas? Hey, it's Eric DeCosta with the Baltimore Ravens. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
How would you feel about coming to Baltimore playing defense with us?
Man, there's nothing more I want to do right now, Coach. I'm not going to lie to you. There's nothing more I want to do.
Robert, congrats, baby.
I'm so thankful to be. I'm so thankful y'all gave me the opportunity.
Yeah.
We going up.
We going up. We going up. This is the time. That's exactly right. We going up. We going up. We want that in the first game. Yeah, I'll give Robert credit for it too. Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes it just comes to me. You know, I just can't help it. It's a sixth sense I have when I make a trade.
Hey, how would you feel about coming to Baltimore and playing with your teammate?
I feel great about that, Coach.
We want some offensive line, but we got some offensive line. This is one of our offensive line drafts. We won't have many of these for 5 or 6 years. We'll have to next year we have to go back to taking receivers.
The Ravens, they're not done when that last pick is made. They work extremely hard on finding undrafted free agents that will come in and possibly help.
Did they say what the team was? Oh, it's closer to home.
Can we call back the Jersey real quick? You want to get both of them?
So you can expect that by tomorrow the coaches will reach out to him.
We'll make one last pitch.
These guys see opportunity. I mean, agents tell these guys about their undrafted success stories. It's almost like college recruiting. You know, you have to recruit these guys to come to your program and not 31 other teams.
What do you think the kid would take, like $3,000?
No, I think it's gonna take more. He's got P5 now.
7,500?
Yeah, 7,500.
I know, but I mean, you get paid to tell them what the best spot is.
Their board is stacked in such a way that they really know who they want to focus on to make those phone calls after the draft to bring to town.
He's available? Yeah, we could do it.
You interested in somebody?
Yeah, $5,000.
It's all big, and if we could sign him, it'd definitely make it more competitive with Cam.
How much corners, really, George? And then the outside back.
How many one corner?
As many as we couple. We only signed one and we drafted 2, so we have 4 open corner spots.
All right, so we'll get them.
It's amazing to me how much they've hit on guys who not only made the 53-man roster, but eventually became guys who became a key part of their team. You know, a guy like Zach Order, defensive coordinator, you know, undrafted free agent who became an all-pro. Now he's one of their best coaches. So once they get out on the field, you know, all bets are off. And if they have the best player as an undrafted free agent, they will give that player a fair shot to make it.
All roads
run through Baltimore until further notice. When you take a look at what the Ravens were capable, we always seem to sing their praises. Is this the same song once again here?
Yeah, this is an A+ draft, one of the few I gave out.
I thought the Ravens got a lot of talent in this draft, so ultimately we gave this draft an A.
This is an A+.
I think when you talk about the Ravens draft, you're talking about value.
It felt like it was a classic Ravens draft, just the guys that they took bets on, the positions that they prioritized, the type of versatility and athleticism that they have.
I think early on this year we did spend some picks on defense. I think we got some great football players at important positions.
I'm excited for the Ravens in general.